What's up? You're watching Henry Wheeler's music reviews. Just clipping, bitch.
I'm back, bitches. So, yeah, I'm back. Been away for a while, but this is kind of going to be releasing videos on a more permanent basis. I haven't done any lists from last year yet because I just didn't have the time. And I figured because it's the 30th of this particular month, it would be a good idea to do the lists now. Because, you know, why not? So here we are, my top 20 EPs of last year, not this year, obviously, because I'm late to the party, as always. At number 20, we have Burial with Young Death / Night Market. Slightly underwhelming EP, but it was competent nonetheless. And I really hope we get another full length from Burial at this point. But I won't hold my breath. At least if we get another EP in the mould of Kindred or Truant / Rough Sleeper, I'll be perfectly satisfied. At number 19, we have Sun Kil Moon, Under the Canopy. This isn't really a Sun Kil Moon record at all. Mark Cosley had nothing to do with it. It's essentially someone on the internet satirising his music, and it's a good laugh, so check it out. At number 18, we have Interview 2016 by Def Grips. Just a really decent set of instrumentals that I rather enjoyed. At number 17, we have Tony Molina with Confront the Truth. If you're a fan at all of Simon & Garfunkel, you'll love this to bits. It's very, very short and sweet, but it's well worth your time. Well worth your time. At number 16, we have Chelsea Wolfe with Hypnos / Flame. Just a really good selection of tracks from the Princess of Darkness. Really, really looking forward to her follow-up to Abyss. I thought that was a fantastic record. And, yeah. At number 15, we have G.L.O.S.S, or G.L.O.S, as they're more usually named. Although it is an abbreviation, but I can't remember exactly what the abbreviation is of. But a really good punk EP that talks about trans issues, which is pretty cool. At number 14, we have Igloo Ghost with Little Grids. If you're into the whole kind of PC music type stable, then you'll love this. It's quirky, it's fun, it's very abstract. Give it a go. At number 13, we have 9 Inch Nails, Not the Actual Events. An EP that I wasn't particularly anticipating all that much, but it surprised me. I'm glad that Atticus Ross is now officially part of 9 Inch Nails, because I look forward to what the two of them will do together in the group, because I love their scores. At number 12, we have the Vapid Feels Are Vapid / Same EP by Clarence Clarity. More quirky pop music that's so fucking infectious. It's fantastic. At number 11, we have Serpent with Feet. That is the actual name of the artist, with blisters. I thought they were a UK artist until I found out they're from Brooklyn, which was really surprising. If you're a fan of FKA Twigs, best EP of 2015, then you'll really enjoy this. It's really soulful and there's so many gorgeous arrangements in it, but I haven't really heard much about it in the music press, which is a real shame. At number 10, Clipping with Wriggle. It's very interesting that when they released this, because I had no idea what was going to come with their sophomore record, Splendor and Misery, because it was completely different. It was a far more abstract and nebulous album. You know, it was a real concept record that was very ambitious, and this was just what you would expect from Clipping. It was frenetic and just kind of so fucking off the chain. And it's really nice that it shows that clipping can do both styles. They can do this style that has a lot of scope, and they can also just do killer dance tracks, because essentially that's what the title track is. At number 9 we have the Australian outfit Masarthim with the Great Filter. Absolutely wonderful atmospheric black metal EP. They released 3 EPs last year, and this was the best of them, but I didn't want to include any more because it would have been unfair on the other artists, even though all 3 probably would have got into this list. But yeah, great band that anyone who's into atmospheric black metal should check out. At number 8 we have Jamala with 1944, Eurovision winner last year. You can check out my video down below of my thoughts on Eurovision from last year. Going to be doing another one this year. This was like a taster EP of what was coming from her, what was going to be featured on her next album. I didn't really like the album all that much, but these were kind of the best tracks on it, so that's why I'm putting it here. At number 7 we have Floating Points with Cooper or Kiupa. I don't know how to pronounce it particularly. A really good long track. It's long, but it's well worth your time. Really good electronic, ambient dance sort of track that it's fucking fantastic. I'm just playing in my head right now. At number 6 we have Lorenzo Senni with Persona, a absolutely fantastic electronic dance EP from the Italian producer on Warp Records. If you're a fan of anything Warp puts out, then you need to give it a listen. They're absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. At number 5 we have the Massive Attack EP Ritual Spirit. Just some fantastic tracks in here, and the Young Fathers collaboration particularly is fantastic. I use that word too much, I've just realised. Number 4, Gorguts with Pleiades Dust. 30-minute song by the Canadian death metal, technical death metal band All About. It's fucking amazing. And number 3, an artist with which I have not been particularly enamoured, Charli XCX with Vroom Vroom. Working with Sophie, the PC Music collaborator. Some of the songs on this are just extraordinarily catchy. You've got Paradise with these kind of chipmunk style vocals, reminiscent of that Eurodance sound of the early 2000s, and the title track is extraordinary as well. And at number 2 we have the absolutely amazing Blackened Cities by Melanie DiBiase. It's an amazing jazz track that lasts for quite a long time. A lot of these EPs are just one track. Maybe not a lot, but a certain amount of them are. Yeah, if you're a fan of jazz, then I know I sound like a stuck record. You have to check it out. One of the best pieces of jazz I've heard in recent years, along with the likes of Kamasi Washington right here. So yeah. And number 1, what could it possibly be? It's Rae Jepson, Emotion Side B. Don't judge me, okay? I've had a lot of people say to me, Henry, why do you like Rae Jepson so much? It's shitty pop music. The songs are exquisitely well written. The production is top notch. The vocals are just vintage, just classic pop. I mean, what she's doing right now is really something special, and a lot of people are taking note. A lot of people, even elitist hipsters, are saying this EP is incredible, and it's no surprise as to why it's been the number 1 EP on several EPs of the year lists, and there's no difference with mine. So yeah, I like pop music. Sorry, I do. I like all sorts of music. Pop is one of them. Call me crazy, but you know, in fact, she does remind me a lot of Kylie Minogue through her light years kind of Fever era. Yeah, and I think that's great because we haven't had a Kylie Minogue for quite a long time. So, yeah. With tracks like The One, Fever, and the glorious closers to this EP, Roses. You know, I think Carly Rae is one of the best pop artists this decade has produced, which is kind of funny because she was the product of a reality TV show. Most of those artists, if you can call them artists, don't really have a longevity in their career. And even if they do, very few of them actually release anything of merit. Struggling to think of any that have done that. Except for her, maybe. But who knows? Harry Styles' new album's coming out, so maybe that'll change my tune. That's all. Those are my top 20 EPs of the year, of last year. I keep having to remind myself of that. Have a lovely day. It's really nice outside, so I may go for a walk.